Ever catch your cat giving you that look? You know, the one where they seem to be solving complex equations in their head while judging your life choices. Well, what if I told you your furry friend might actually be a genius in disguise? Today we're uncovering 12 mind-blowing signs that prove your cat is smarter than anyone realized. And number 8 might explain why your cat always seems to be one step ahead of you. Number 1. Time Lords in disguise. Ever notice how your cat seems to have a built-in alarm clock? We're not just talking about waking you up for breakfast. These furry geniuses can predict your entire daily schedule with incredible precision. Your cat might appear to be casually lounging, but they're actually keeping track of your routine with laser-focused accuracy. They'll be waiting at the door minutes before you usually come home, or start their pre-dinner ritual right before your regular cooking time, all without checking a single clock. What's even more fascinating is how they adjust to schedule changes. If you usually come home at 5 p.m. but start working late, a genius cat will quickly recalibrate their internal clock. They're not just memorizing a routine, they're actively tracking and updating their mental schedule. And here's something that'll blow your mind. Studies show that cats can track time intervals, meaning they actually understand the concept of time passing. So when your cat starts giving you the "it's dinner time" stare at exactly 6 p.m., they're not just being hopeful, they're actually counting down the hours. Number 2. Puzzle Masters. Think your cat's just playing when they figure out how to open doors or cabinets? Think again. These clever creatures are actually demonstrating problem-solving skills that would impress even the most skeptical scientists. Watch how they tackle obstacles. Instead of giving up when something's in their way, they'll analyze the situation, try different approaches, and often come up with solutions that leave us humans scratching our heads. Ever seen your cat stack objects to reach something high up, or use one toy to retrieve another? That's not just creativity, that's genius at work. But it goes even deeper than that. Genius cats don't just solve problems, they remember their solutions and improve upon them. If your cat figured out how to open a particular drawer once, watch how they approach it next time. You might notice they're more efficient using exactly the right amount of force or finding the perfect angle immediately. They're literally learning from experience and refining their techniques. Some cats even watch their humans solve problems and then replicate the solution later. Talk about learning by example. Number 3. The language experts. Your cat isn't just meowing randomly, they're actually developing their own sophisticated communication system. Smart cats create specific sounds for different needs, almost like creating their own vocabulary. That special chirp when they want to play, the distinctive meow for dinner time, that's your cat essentially creating their own language just for you. Some particularly brilliant cats even learn to modify their vocalizations based on how you respond, proving they're not just communicating, they're actively learning and adapting their language skills. And here's where it gets really interesting. Cats actually develop different dialects for different family members. You might notice your cat uses a completely different set of sounds with you compared to other family members. This isn't random, they're actually tailoring their communication style based on what works with each person. Scientists have found that cats can learn to make over 100 different vocalizations, which is far more than they need for cat-to-cat communication. This means they're essentially creating a special language just for human interaction. Next time your cat makes that unique sound that seems just to be for you, remember, they're not just talking, they're showing off their linguistic genius. Number 4. The mirror masterminds. Most animals see their reflection and think they're facing a rival. But genius cats? They take mirror encounters to a whole new level. While regular cats might paw at their reflection or look behind the mirror for their mystery friend, highly intelligent cats show signs of actually recognizing themselves. They might use mirrors strategically, like checking out their surroundings without turning around, or even using their reflection to perfect their grooming routine. What's truly mind-blowing is how some cats use mirrors to interact with humans. Ever catch your cat watching you through a mirror's reflection, then responding to your movements? That's not just coincidence, it's your cat showing advanced spatial awareness and understanding that the mirror shows what's happening behind them. Some cats even learn to use mirrors to locate toys or treats, showing they understand that the reflection represents real objects in space. This kind of self-awareness and mirror manipulation is something that even many primates struggle with. Number 5. The memory champions. If you think your cat's just living in the moment, their incredible memory might surprise you. These furry Einsteins can remember things from years ago with astonishing accuracy. That friend who visited once 2 years ago and gave them treats? Your cat hasn't forgotten them, and they'll either greet them enthusiastically or hide under the bed, depending on how that first meeting went. But it's not just about remembering people. Genius cats display what scientists call episodic memory, meaning they can recall entire experiences and situations. They remember exactly which cabinet you kept their treats in, even if you haven't opened it for weeks. They know which windowsill gets the best sunlight at different times of day, and they'll position themselves there right before the sun arrives. Some cats even remember the sound of specific cars and can tell when a family member is about to arrive home just by hearing their vehicle approach. The most impressive part? They can apply these memories to solve new problems. If they once saw you use a particular movement to open a door or container, they might try to replicate it weeks later in a completely different situation. This isn't just memory, it's the ability to take stored information and use it creatively in new scenarios. Now that's what we call putting those brain cells to work. Number 6. The change champions. Think cats hate change? Well, genius cats actually thrive on new challenges. While most felines might hide under the bed when you rearrange furniture, these brilliant minds see it as a new world to explore and conquer. They don't just adapt to changes, they actively investigate and master their new environment with impressive speed and confidence. Watch how they handle it. Within hours of moving furniture, they've already mapped out new jumping routes, found the coziest new spots, and even figured out which new angles give them the best view of the bird feeder. But here's what's really fascinating. They're not just memorizing new layouts, they're actually creating mental maps that they can update and modify. Some cats even test different pathways through changed spaces, like tiny furry efficiency experts finding the new best routes. And it's not just about physical changes. Genius cats can adapt to schedule changes, new people, and even new pets with remarkable sophistication. Notice how they might adjust their behavior when you're working from home instead of the office, or how they develop different routines for weekdays versus weekends. They're essentially creating multiple playbooks for different situations and knowing exactly when to use each one. This kind of cognitive flexibility is actually a sign of advanced intelligence that even some humans struggle with. And there you have it, cat lovers. We've uncovered the first 6 signs that your cat might be a secret genius. From their incredible timekeeping abilities to their amazing adaptability, these brilliant behaviors show just how extraordinary our feline friends really are. But guess what? We're only halfway through our journey into feline intelligence. In part 2, we're going to reveal even more mind-blowing signs of cat genius, including one that explains why your cat always seems to know when you're having a bad day before anyone else notices. We'll also uncover the fascinating way some cats actually manipulate their humans. And yes, you might realize your cat's been doing this to you all along. Don't miss out on these incredible revelations. Click on the video on the screen to watch part 2 right now. And if you've noticed any of these genius behaviors in your cat, share your stories in the comments below. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe to catch all our future cat behavior secrets.